everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a trip back in time to 1916 to dive into the silent film world of Charlie Chaplin's The Vagabond. Get ready for some hilarious physical comedy, a dash of drama, and of course, the iconic Tramp character himself. The scene opens outside a lively saloon in a small town. Charlie, in his signature baggy pants, bowler hat, and mustache, is trying his best to play the violin. But oh boy, the competition is fierce. A loud German band is drowning him out completely. Poor Charlie. He struggles to be heard, his music barely a squeak compared to the booming brass instruments. Not one to be defeated, Charlie hatches a sneaky plan. He walks over to the band, all smiles. They don't suspect a thing. He grabs their collection hat and, with a mischievous grin, darts off into the crowd, leaving the band looking bewildered. People cheer and throw coins his way, but Charlie's already disappeared with the loot. We then cut to another part of town. A woman, clearly worried, sits on a bench. She clutches a worn photograph of a young girl. We don't know it yet, but that's her daughter who's gone missing. Meanwhile, Charlie's wandering down the street, his pockets full from his clever heist. Suddenly, the scene shifts to a dark and dusty gypsy camp. A young woman, played by Edna Purviance, is scrubbing clothes by a river, looking exhausted. A big, mean-looking gypsy chief keeps a close eye on her. Yikes! That doesn't look fun. Just then, guess who stumbles into the camp? Charlie. He doesn't seem to notice the grumpy chief or the girl situation. He pulls out his violin and starts playing a cheerful tune. The girl looks up, surprised. Maybe a little music will brighten her day? The music catches the attention of the chief, and not in a good way. He doesn't appreciate the interruption. With a scowl, he marches over and shoves Charlie aside. The poor girl flinches as the chief yells at her to get back to work. This is definitely not going well. Charlie, ever the gentleman, isn't about to let that stand. He sees the sadness in the girl's eyes and decides to help. He climbs a nearby tree, watching for the right moment. When the chief turns his back, Charlie jumps down and starts a hilarious fight scene. He uses his agility and some clever tricks to knock out the gypsies one by one, all while the girl watches in disbelief. With the coast clear, Charlie grabs a girl's hand and together they dash out of the gypsy camp. They run into the night, finally free. Relief washes over them as they make their escape. Later, we see Charlie and the girl camped out under the starry sky. They build a small fire and are sharing a simple meal. They seem happy and content, enjoying a moment of peace after their adventure. Suddenly, a handsome artist strolls into their clearing. He's instantly captivated by the girl's beauty. Charlie, meanwhile, tries to act casual, but you can tell he feels a pang of something. Maybe jealousy? The artist asks the girl to model for him. She agrees and sits patiently as he paints. Charlie watches them from afar, his feelings getting a little more obvious. There seems to be a connection between the girl and the artist. The film then jumps ahead. The artist's painting is on display in a fancy art gallery. There's a crowd gathered around it, admiring the beautiful woman in the portrait. Lo and behold, the girl's mother is among the crowd. She instantly recognizes her daughter in the painting. Overjoyed, she rushes forward to claim her long-lost child. The mother and daughter embrace tightly, tears streaming down their faces. They're finally reunited. Meanwhile, Charlie watches from a distance. He's happy for them, but also feels a twinge of sadness. He knows that this is goodbye. With a heavy heart, Charlie turns and walks away. He heads back to the bustling streets, his violin case slung over his shoulder. As he disappears into the crowd, we can't help but feel a sense of loss. Charlie the Vagabond, with his big heart and mischievous spirit, has left an indelible mark on our hearts. And that's it, guys. That's the story of Charlie Chaplin's The Vagabond. It's a timeless classic filled with laughter, love, and a touch of sadness. Remember, even in the toughest of times, there's always a little bit of hope and a chance for kindness. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more movie explanations. Until next time, keep on exploring the magic of cinema.